Hello, friends. Um, this video is going to be more of a personal video about myself than many of the other ones have been. Just because there have been some things that have happened recently and in the last few years that my eyes were a little bit open to today at church. Our pastor at Messiah's House, Jason Kraft, has been going through this series about heart issues and heart matters, and one of what he was talking about today was hard hearts, and it was from what it feels like the first of a few messages on hard hearts. But one of the passages that he brought up was in Joshua chapter 24. And this is Joshua talking to the people of Israel. And in verse 23, he says, or in 22, it says, Then Joshua said to the people, You are witnesses against yourselves that you have chosen the Lord to serve him. And they said, We are witnesses. And then he said, Then put away the foreign gods that are among you, and incline your heart to the Lord, the God of Israel. And so one of the things that Pastor Jason touched on this morning was developing a hard heart can come from multiple different areas, but the thing that really affected me this morning was idolatry. And most of us don't think of the things that we have in our lives as idols, but when the things that we want, that the dreams, the desires, the goals that we have are put on a pedestal above our relationship with God, then they become idols. And there are a few things in my life that I feel have been placed on a pedestal over the years. One of those is ministry, which at the moment I've laid down full-time ministry. I would love to eventually find myself there, but at the moment that's not something that I'm actively seeking. It's not something that I'm going after as far as, putting it as the number one thing in my life. There is one thing that has been an idol in my life really since I was in my late teens and early 20s, and that is marriage. For those of you who don't really know me well, I'm 35, I'm single, and the last few relationships that I've been in, I feel like this mindset, this expectation that I've placed on myself, because especially in the Christian world, when you are my age and you're not married and you're not dating and you're not with someone, there's just this understanding or this mindset that there's something wrong with you. There's something missing from your life, or you're just a weirdo or a creeper or whatever it is. It's like, well, what's the problem? What's the deal? Why are you so old and still single? And so some of those things have crept into my my own personal mind. It's like, what's really wrong with me that this thing hasn't happened for me yet? And especially in really charismatic, like when I went to Bible college, it was like everybody was getting engaged after 6 months of knowing each other, and and seeing people in their early 20s, mid 20s getting engaged, getting married, having kids, all those things. There's things that I desperately want, that I really, really desire, and I continuously have to just make myself stop focusing on the fact that I'm single. And today it really hit me. There has been something in my heart over the last few years that I have started to harden my heart towards the idea of even getting married, because of the fact that it hasn't worked out. Because of the fact that things haven't worked with the last few women that I've dated, or the relationships fell apart, or whatever it was that happened, it's been like this dark cloud that has started to come around, and infiltrate my heart and put me into this place where it's like, well, I'm just going to give up. I'm just going to stop trying. I'm going to stop worrying about it. But even in that, I still so badly want that relationship. And it's to a detriment, to be honest with you. It's a detriment to my spiritual life because of the fact that I value that and focus so much on that and have focused so much on that for so many years of my life. Seeing my friends get engaged and seeing my friends get married and have kids and do all of these wonderful things, which I really want in my life. It's real hard for me to maintain this attitude of excitement for them or this mindset of gratitude for them and being encouraging and all of those things for them because it's something that they have that I want. And so it's this idol that I put on this pedestal of, man, marriage is what's going to make everything so much better. It's going to make my life so much better. And I know that's not true. I know that some of the hardest things in life come from a marriage relationship. I know that some of my friends that have been married for a long time are absolutely struggling right now. And it's because they, somewhere along the way, just life got in the way and it got messy and it got broken and it got just all over the place. And I know that marriage isn't the thing that's going to make me whole. If I believe what the Bible says, then Jesus has already made me whole. He's already made me complete in Him. And so marriage is just icing on the top of the cake. But I realize that that's something that has been an idol for the last 20 years. I mean, I'm 35, and I feel like I've been, longing for significant relationship, companionship since I was a mid-teen. I've always been, the hopeless romantic and wildly just imaginative with how great it's going to be married and how great it's going to be in relationship. And I think that the reason why nothing has worked out, well, obviously the reason why nothing's worked out yet is because I was with the wrong people. Like, I feel like God's protection and His provision were a part of that. And He has been trying to get me to make a clear path and a clear plan and get some things ironed out in my own heart before I can sufficiently give my heart away to someone else and sufficiently walk with someone else and spend real time living and laboring with another person. And so thank God I haven't married anyone yet, because I feel like it's one of those things where if I married the wrong one, then it would be miserable. So thank the Lord that He has been beside me through everything, through the heartache, through the pain, through the frustration, through the just absolute depression over it, to be honest with you, just anxiety over the fact that I haven't found her yet. And it is something that I'm coming to grips with the fact right now, in this season, in this time of my life, that the Lord wants my heart more than I want companionship. And Pastor Jason said something today that I really think is pertinent to people who are struggling with, putting things on a pedestal above God. And it's, people tend to want what God can give them more than they want God. We tend to want relief more than we want God. And so we ask for God to come in and fix these things, fix these problems, change the things that we're walking through, instead of just saying, God, I want more of you. I want you. It's your heart, it's your face, it's your life that I seek. And it's not about making my life better and making me more awesome or whatever. It's just, God, I want you. And so I feel like in this season right now, like this year has been, there have been a lot of defining moments in this year, just understanding that's come to my mind, and relationships that I've built with people around me, and friendships that have grown deeper, and, the Lord has shown me so much, and He's given me so much provision, and He's given me so much encouragement through this year. But I feel like in my personal life, and maybe in yours too, that He may just be calling us to lay the idols down. He may be calling us to just put. He may be. I don't know if that messed the video up or not, but if it did, then whatever. But He may just be calling us to give Him our hearts, to lay down the idol of whatever the thing is, whatever dream it is that you have that is getting in between you and Him and your relationship with Him. If it's impeding your growth in Him, then it's not good, and it's not what He has for you. It may be good and it may be okay, but that's the enemy to the best and the anointed. And God's best and God's most anointed thing for you is Him. And if you find Him, you will ultimately find the dream. You will find the passion. You will find the provision. You will find the vision for your life. But if you're constantly questioning Him as to why you don't have the thing that you so desperately desire right now, then it's going to get in the way. It's going to get in the way, and your heart is going to grow hard. And so I just want to encourage you, and I'm encouraging myself through this. And I know that this has been a little bit more of a serious video, and it's the longest one that I've posted so far. But I just want to encourage you to seek the Lord, to seek Him and His righteousness, and seek His kingdom, and give as much attention to Him. Incline your heart to Him as much as you've been putting your attention on that thing that you want so badly to happen that hasn't happened yet, on the job that you want, or the dream that you've been chasing, or the promotion, or the relationship, or the friendship, or the child, or whatever it is. Focus that time, focus that attention, focus that energy on seeking the Lord, on praying to Him and reading the Word and getting into His presence and allowing Him to just mold you and form you and teach you and turn you into who you already been made in Him, but walking into it because He's made us new creations. He made us His righteousness. He has given us His glory. He's given us His holiness. He's given us peace and joy. He's given us everything that we need. We just have to learn how to appropriate it. We have to learn how to walk in it. And we can't do that if our eyes are not on Him. So, I say all of that to say this. Lay the idols down and seek after the Lord with everything that you have. He has so many good things for you. He has such incredible promises. His word is full of incredible promises and incredible stories of faith and power and provision and everything you could possibly need. And in His presence is fullness of joy. So if you're struggling and you're discouraged and you're frustrated and you're upset and you're depressed and you're at the end of your rope, take your eyes off of the thing that you've been focusing on so much and put them on Jesus, and He will fulfill the desires that you have. Every desire that I have, I know in my innermost being, I know in my heart, in the deepest places of my heart, I know that everything that I could ever want is found in Him. Everything I could ever need is found in Him. I don't have to strive for it. I don't have to fight for it. I just have to walk into it. I have to incline my heart to the Lord. I've got to set my eyes on things above and focus on Him. So that's my encouragement for you today. Set your heart, set your mind, set your eyes on the things above, and allow Him to walk with you and to give you His dreams and to give you His provision and to give you His vision and to give you His heart. Because ultimately, if He's not at the center of it, it's not worth having. If He is not at the center of the dream that you have, if He is not at the center of the thing that you're chasing, then it is not worth catching. Your best days are not behind you. They're in front of you. The best is yet to come. I love you guys. Have a great, great day.